To switch on the machine, you have to get this LED, green LED lit before you attempt to do anything. Yeah. If this is not there, that means the power is not coming to the machine. So where you go? First of all, power outlet. And in case the power outlet is on, then you have to go to the next switch behind it, which I said to you. Yeah. Whenever you switch on the machine, you see what happens. Whenever you switch on the machine, you should get a sound. Now this is like this. Now if I have power coming, this sound should come. This is automatically gives you the information that the machine now gets the power. Okay. Once that is done, then you keep your finger on on-off button until the yellow LED lit. Once that LED lit, that means it is now accepted my command. If the machine was off for some time, not connected to the power, it will have maybe few second delay to get to that. If not, then it immediately. So it will show you the last or latest version and processor test, some internal electronic test. And then after that, machine will ask you to, now this is now one of the mandatory things to happen in all medical devices. The machine should, the equipment should undergo functional test. This is now mandatory for all medical devices, not only this machine, that machine, no. So to do that functional test, the machine should be in all respect empty. Means the scale should be empty. If I read one by one, that is what is saying. Empty scales, 4, blood tubings empty, pressure ports empty, everything. In all respects, you have to remove all of that, whatever is on the machine. And then whenever you have the green the highlighting here, the command is for OK key. Okay, just press it and you get the sound confirmation. Now this number shows what I was told when I was trained in this machine, that if you get one of these numbers missing in the sequence, say for example number 4 is missing, you can expect a technical problem with this machine, which means machine will test fail. But I don't know whether that happened anytime. I have no idea. Nobody told me that there was a problem. Generally, we do not have technical problems with these machines. 99% of the problems are user issues. I'm not saying you are creating problem, but the user issues. User issues mean you have arterial pressure problem, you have venous pressure problem. These are not something for the machine. It is something coming from the patient, from the system generated. So it is not a technical issue. It is something about dealing with the user way. So machine has all functions to be tested. Once it is done, it says okay, okay, okay. If there is anywhere it fails in the middle, it will not continue to the next step. Unlike in the past, in our hemodialysis machine, that will be left for last and continue with the next one. No, here no. Here, if there is anything fails in the middle, it will, you have to reset it and try to sort it out. If not, the machine has to go to the garage. Okay, so this is sound testing, and then last will be Sika module, because this was incorporated last. Now once the test is done, it will show you what was the treatment done last. Also functional test 100%. Then it gives you the option to select therapies now. Because we have 2 different anticoagulation, so it is asking you what you want to do. Heparin therapy or citrate therapy. So if you keep it off, this is highlighted. Anything is green is selected, anything blue selectable, anything gray like here not possible to select. Okay. So now if I want to do heparin therapy, then I have to keep this off. Means I don't want citrate. It's asking question is Sika anticoagulation. It's a question mark. And say off means I don't want Sika anticoagulation. If on means I am selecting now Sika anticoagulation. What happens by mistake you selected? Now what you want to go for heparin therapy. But by mistake you selected on and confirm like this. Okay. I need to show you also not to go out of this and then switch off the machine, switch on the machine and not waste your time. Yeah. That's why I'm saying. Now what you do, you go for select new therapy and then confirm. Now in Sika, you have only 2 therapies, but we are only going to do one of them tomorrow, or maybe later today I will describe you something if there is time. CBBSD. So select one of them Now you have the chance to go back. Yeah? If you don't continue, you will go back. So it says return to the treatment selection. Yes. You go to the same square. Okay? Don't need to switch off the machine or do that exercise because you don't know where to go. You will switch off the machine. When you switch off the machine, again functionality test. Maybe again you make the same mistake. Who knows? Because you are new. So you need to go out of it without much time wasting. So once you are here, then you select heparin. These are the therapies available. There are a couple of pediatric therapies which are hidden here. In case they are needed, we will get them out. They are now in. Okay? You don't have a pediatric nephrologist here or intensivist, I believe. So there is one now in NISWA, but we have not done the therapies. So you need a pediatric nephrologist or mostly pediatric nephrologist. So it is possible only then. So now you have different therapies. Cuff is slow continuous ultrafiltration. It's a therapy to remove only the fluid. If the patient comes until the lungs, then my purpose is to only remove the fluid. This is the only therapy in our filtration without giving any fluid. It only removes fluid. No substitution, no dialysis, no diffusion, no convection. Only to remove fluid. No aim of removing solids. Yeah, because the patient's with the lungs. So first reduce, then select. For that, we actually require another kit. Honestly, we have not done this therapy until this time in this country. This is the honest answer. Nobody asked for it. I have spoken about it, but nobody asked for it. So nobody asked for it, nobody has done it. But it's the simplest one because there is no fluid giving, no nothing. So it's easy. If you select it, you will know. Just give you a glimpse of it. See, it's single line. It's like this. And then heparin pump. See, only blood line. Arterial line, venous line, filtrate line. That's it. There is no substitute line, there is no dialysate line, which means you are simply going to remove certain amount of fluid for a while and then you go to one of the therapies. So, okay, to go out, escape, again. Right, CVVH, this is what I said, it's a hemofiltration only with a convective force. So if I am not sure today it is required to do because you have CVVH DF, which serves the purpose much better than other one. It's up to the clinicians. CVVH DF is one. Unfortunately, I don't have a substitute line today here. I used one in Sur. I left it. I should have brought it. I did not have it at home also. I did not have it in my warehouse also because I have a lot of things in my house also. I did not find one single line, so I cannot do CVVH DF therapy, which I am really regretting because I wanted to show you that. But maybe another day, we'll see. This is CVVH part. And then there is pre and post CVVH. There was a study, there is still existing, people are talking about it. Then if the patient is with high sepsis, then if you are exchanging the volume, higher volume, the patient's recovery is faster. We have not tried in Oman, but people are saying it, there are some studies. CVVH DF is the combination of diffusion and convection, or CVVHD and CVVH. CVVHD at all is the CVVHD or dialysis, and also membrane plasma separation. It's removing the antibodies from the blood and giving new plasma. Yeah, this we are doing in with the pediatric. We are doing on our machine in SQH in Royal Hospital, and in some hospitals like Sultan Qaboos Hospital, Salalah, Sur Hospital, we are doing on this machine for adult even. Until now, these therapies are all with the filtration, means you have a filter which is filtering the fluid and toxins. But there is one more therapy, last one, hemoperfusion. This is with a charcoal filter. This is actually a therapy with the adsorption, means this is for the people or for the patient who is with the poison. Either he has consumed poison or drug poison, which is not possible to dialyze. And such patients we will be dialyzing with a different filter. This also we have not done in Oman, but there are people who have done it. This could be maybe a short-term therapy. Also you need a special filter for it to absorb or to hold on the poison, which either he has committed suicide or maybe something. So now we'll go with the CBBHD. By the way, if you go by CBBHD, I will show you the steps for all the one. It says calcium containing solution should be there. Why it is now indicating? Because we have now two types of solutions. One for Cica, which has got no calcium. One for the heparin therapy, which should have calcium. Yeah, this is the why. It's just indicating you that this is what we brought now is not suitable for our therapy. This is what it's telling. But we are on a training. As long as you understand what to who is when, it's fine. So you have to use the one bag which has got blue background or maroon background. Blue means 2 millimole potassium. Yellow means for Cica. Blue means 2 millimole potassium. Maroon means no potassium. Blue and maroon color you have to use for heparin therapies, and yellow you have to use for Cica therapy. Please do not mix it up because all the connectors are looking similar. Cica connectors are yellow, others are blue. Okay. So if I select this, it will give me the full cassette. This is now I select the CBBHD, and there are 11 steps here. If I go to CBBH, let us see what CBBH does. I will go back, escape key, selection of new therapy, off, and then CBBH, condition fulfilled, also 11 step or more. No, there is one step extra here. Why? Because I think we have to connect it because of something. But generally, all your steps are similar in all three therapies for the cassette. CBBH, CBBHD, and CBBHDM. It all differs from the next step. Okay? So the cassette insertion is similar. Or in case you selected a wrong therapy here, and you already fit the cassette, you still not done any mistake. Yeah? You still need all those steps. What are you doing? Okay. If I go to, again go back to CBBHD, which is our therapy, and condition fulfilled, and then you have the cassette. Now what it says open the doors of blood pump, filtrate pump, optical detector, air detector, optical detector, and blood leak detector. These two doors you hold them straight, and then you bring the cassette, open the cassette from the box. I will show you open one. I will open and show you, give you one, because I have one expired one. And then insert, see that nothing is behind. If there is anything behind, please pull them in the front, because you cannot remove it. You have to remove the cassette again out. Okay? And then this will be always folded nicely. Never allow any blood line touch the ground. It is not allowed. Okay? And then second step, insert the venous bubble catcher into the air detector. So what you do before that, you push this door, two doors through the slot, and then don't look at here, only look at here. If you want, you lock the wheel, and then push this completely in. If it doesn't go, maybe you can squeeze a little bit, and then it should go nicely. Yeah. Once it goes, then it is gone. Then you close. Never close. Never try to push in with the help of this. This will break, and this breaks. Whole assembly has to be changed. Okay. You can sit here. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a better. It is tight. Not because it's out. No, it's usually tight. So again, I will show you again. It's like this. You have all these doors. These doors can be completely out, and then through the slot inside. And then once that is done, you can rest it here. And then Don't look at that side. Completely close it, push it inside this chamber, and generally this is very tight. And then next step, place venous return line into the clamp and optical detector. So this is the optical detector, this is the return line or venous clamp. So push this arm down with the 2 fingers, push inside. Then if it is not gone, it will not close. If it is closed means it's done. If it is not gone, you can push it more here and here. Again, to remove, to push in, yep. To pull it, to push it down, maybe you need to pull a little bit. It will easily go. Pull, then down. The 4th step, slide the arterial and filtrate pump adapters. This is what it says. So this puts inside. This is moved a little bit because it is opened before, and then maybe I have to hold it here because this is out. This we no need to hold. You don't have to do anything otherwise. And then 5th step, use start reset key. Means now see what I will do. Normally I don't have to hold anything, but this is out because it was open before. So I will hold this and then push it in. Okay? Now, I will also teach you to remove, because end of the term everybody is rushing out, running away, because then you don't know how to remove it. So, removing is one by one. And then you bring it always when the treatment is completed, you will get the pumps all in this position. It should be in this position. If it is not in this position, you have to bring them to this position. Okay? Then bring it out, move a little bit, and then support with your hand, one hand here, and stop whenever you want to stop. Never allow the pump segment to get underneath this white stud. Then it will be a problem. You have to call the guys to remove it. It's very hard. Slowly you control. This should be done by one person, not somebody pressing here, somebody, no. One person. Okay? Done? The same way I do the other one also, just to show you. I will give you practicing. First I will bring it out. This is hard job for somebody burns. Yeah? Slowly, no hurry. Yeah, this is how it is. Now, when you are keeping these doors open and run, it will stop at the horizontal position by itself. You don't have to control it. See, now they stopped, I am still pressing. Okay? So then I put it again inside. I will hold this. So this is step number 5. Step number 6, connect 4 pressure ports. Now you have 4 of them. Let us start with blue. What is this color meant for?
Venous.
Thank you. And then take care this, don't over tighten this because this is metal and plastic. So if it breaks inside, it's gone. You cannot do anything. In case it breaks, never try to remove it by your own way. Keep the machine inside, call us. Maybe we can save a spare part. If you try to remove, you will damage the thread inside, then you have to replace everything. In case that happens, in case it breaks inside, don't do anything. Nobody will punish you. You will don't do worst. So keep the machine aside. Even if you try to remove it, you will damage the thread, you cannot use it. I am telling you with my experience. Nobody could do that. So that's why don't over tighten, just tighten gently. Then arterial. What should be the arterial pressure, negative or positive? Sure? Cannot be positive? Cannot be 0? Thank you. And venous? Also negative? What did I say? Should be always positive, not even 0. You are lucky if you get even 20, 40. Lucky. This is going to be a miracle. It will be always more than 100, 150. Okay. And the fourth one is filtrate. And then mount the ultraflux filter. Now, whenever the word D is there, you remember the filter will be asked to return by the system, by the machine. So, in order to make it good, we will, from the beginning, we will start with opposite. Okay, because later you will be turning again like this. There is no problem if you don't turn by you forgot you just connected. No problem as long as all the connections are according to this. Because if you give blood from here, it will come out. You give from here, it will come out. Dialysis, you give from here, it will come out from here, or you give from here, it will come out from here. It's just an enclosure. Okay? But to show good, we'll start other way around. And then connect arterial, venous and filtrate connectors. So arterial connector, I will connect by keeping it straight. Why? Because, not because I don't like to bend or I don't want you to bend. No, maybe I will touch this that odd part and I will make it unsterile. So this is blood. So just make it sure that you're connecting straight away to the blood connection, the filter. And then venous. This venous has to be here. And then filtrate is the dialysate out. So that means it should be within with the inlet of the blood. Yeah. So also in the picture. So the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Next is connect the patient line. I will not connect them now because I don't have the spike. Let me see in my vehicle. I will get you this. There is also collection bag not there.
That is
Collection bag not there.
I brought.
No, not that. Which I prepared. That maybe we have to use. No, there. I will come.